beginning, I discovered it's the best program that tailored to every individual need. You may choose your own path. You may like it. And Toastmasters will give you the test if you want. If you get the test and you don't like the program, you change to another program. You still can go. And it's the same if you are the current members. You will know that in Toastmasters there is no pass or fail system. So the pathway remains the same. What we call pass and fail is different from 20 or 30 years ago when you attended a club meeting and an evaluator would come up. For example, my best friend Andrew, project number 1, the evaluator coming up, Andrew, I don't think that you gave a good speech. I thought you should have prepared it 10 more months before giving the speech. I'm very sorry, you failed. Andrew said, I am a native speaker. I have prepared almost all my life for project number 1. It's about all myself. How could you fail me? But no one cared. That's the problem. Since 1991, so far as I could remember, I and the team had to go to every club to ensure that Toastmasters evaluation should be constructive. When we attended certain club, the senior member coming up, who are you? We want to fail. It's not your business. Say thank you. But after visiting them for more than 15 times, they change. That's why we are like in the same family. So when you deliver your project number 1, you get encouraged. In the future, you encourage others. We do in Toastmasters. The Toastmasters pathway is actually focusing on communication and leadership skills. There are 5 competencies. How many of you have read the competencies in Toastmasters? There are actually 5 competencies. The public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. It's based on these competencies. It's very easy. That's why in Toastmasters, we classify it into 5 levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Let me start with level 1, mastering your fundamentals, as our PQD mentioned. Mastering your fundamentals. That means Toastmasters send you the first project with the research in the project, and then you study it going on. With everyone, you'll be doing that as a first-time Toastmaster. Even DTM, like Nasra, entered into the new system, delivering project number 1. Toastmasters say everyone will start from number 1 in the new program. And of course, we have number 2, learning your style. This is very new. Because we can learn our styles of delivery. Do you think that everyone delivers a speech in the same style all the time? No, it's not. When you are going to deliver a humorous speech, you must have some humorous stuff. And if you are going to do some business delivery, you must be a bit more serious. That's why in Toastmasters, the program will help us to learn our style and then make it successful for our self-development. Level 2. And then level 3, increasing knowledge. Very new to Toastmasters. So we have to research, we have to look for some new things that we can learn and share with our friends, and then building skills. When we come to Toastmasters, after speaking, after practicing, and we still say that I have no skill, that will be ashamed. Because everyone coming to the club and then practice for some time, the ability to present a project is simply easy for all of us. So when you join Toastmasters, take the courage to change. Because I know change is really dramatically horrible. Sometimes when we think of change, we say we don't like it. Because we don't want new things, it's more difficult. But without change, how could we progress? Toastmasters predicted that in this century, things is totally changed to the digital world. So we have to be prepared for it. We make learning easier. And the level 5, demonstrating experience. This is very important because this level, after completing the 5th level, we are quite sure that whenever we go to give a presentation, it will be powerful. So in this new program, you will have to do the project. You will have to give a presentation. 14 projects, 15 speeches. So I do believe that this new system will help us. Later we will tell you how to do it. But this is the primary goal for this pathway, to let you know why we need to get it and be ready for the change. And of course, I would like to say that the most important thing now, every one of us, including the current Toastmasters, focus on the communication track. Because in this level, we learn step by step on how to be a good speaker. Then we will have a demonstration today. Somebody will come up to deliver project number 1 and be evaluated. Another person will be giving project number 2 and be evaluated. And we can learn together from the demonstration. The most important thing, some of the existing members may ask, what's the difference? What's the difference between project number 1 now and the original one? The original one, project number 1, I come up. Ladies and gentlemen, 1998, I get birth to the first son. But 1959, I got married. And then you could say anything about yourself. This is an example. I just give you some light example. You could say anything. Yeah. For myself, differently. My coach said, Paisal, you could do anything you like. Bring your brothers, sisters on the project number 1 to enjoy it. I brought my brothers and sisters to the club. I said, ladies and gentlemen, in 1949, there was a very beautiful lady gave birth to a very, very ugly baby. And he grew uglier and uglier. It's not me, it's my brother. My brother said, you said that, I forgot my message. So you could start any way you like. In those days, when you deliver the speech, people will say, oh, I didn't know you. I didn't know whether you married or not. Sometimes some people say, not your business. And my club, Bangkok Toastmasters and some other clubs, Siam, Thai Airways, or what. In the past, sometimes we ask people who were single to give the telephone number, particularly ladies. We had no right to do that, actually. And now, the new one is different. The first one, in the past, just gave a speech about myself. Anything I like, but about myself, my family, my goal. No eye contact needed, nothing necessary. Toastmasters said, after 93 years of research, people move dramatically well. Yet, it can be better. If they started from project number 1, delivering a speech, be aware of the eye contact, be aware of the vocal variety. That's why they combined in project number 1. This is a combination. There's a great combination. So in project number 1 in the past, I always said, for example, Darul coming up, deliver project number 1, and they couldn't finish it within 3 minutes even. When he went down, the evaluator would come up. Ladies and gentlemen, Arun gave a good speech, even only 3 minutes. Congratulations. because it's his life, not mine. He knew his best. But now, we will focus on a different thing. For project number 1, for example, coming up, I can say anything about my life. Not only I have 12 brothers, sisters, or no, not necessary. That I was born at the tip of the Southern Peninsula. And then you could stop. And then you could come back to your education, or even you could come to your work right now. And whatever you want to say, use vocal variety, use eye contact, body language. It's harder. Actually, it's yes, frankly speaking. But if we practice, we will know it from the first moment that we have to prepare it.